Hey everybody! Whoa, I peeked there. Hey everybody, Frank here with another little drawing vlog. Specifically me drawing a contest entry for the Doki Doki drawing coloring contest. I asked if we can like redo some of the line art or like add detail to it, and they're like, yeah, go right ahead. And I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna redo all of it. I'm not sure if this is technically contest legal, but I had fun doing it. I really don't care about winning the prize personally because I got plenty of art supplies for myself, and if I need more, I could just buy more. So yeah, I'm curious about what other people would do, how they would color and stuff. The only major restriction that I seen was that it had to just be specifically of the witch girl, and it had to be drawn analog, and that's pretty much about it. So I used, of course, I first printed the sketch out that was provided. Then I lightboxed, trace a lot of the proportions just so I can like do a more detailed sketch. I didn't record that bit. I forget to record a few bits, like the ending details to the hat I did with the clear marker. Not clear marker, the colorless blender. Well, it's technically clear because there's like no pigment or anything. But yeah, I sketched with a red mechanical pencil that I like using because I was going to ink in sepia, which is what you currently see here. So even if it didn't erase fully, you would still be able to kind of have like blended into everything. Like my favorite bit of this drawing is how the hat turned out. I really like how the hat turned out. The bottom half of the drawing I'm not all too happy with, especially with the boots. Not the happiest. I'm still trying to learn how to draw shoes properly. That's something I just need to sit down and just really kind of like study. Yeah. I record the inking in a lot of small bits because I get very nervous as I ink because there's like no going back. Yeah. I make a few inking mistakes, but I just kind of try to make sure I roll with it. I also realized I need to learn a little bit more about how to draw long hair flowing a bit better, because I always like kind of like trail off, and I don't think I usually end the hair very well. It's just really hard for me to like mentally kind of like grasp and stuff. But yeah. This is just more of like a vlog as well. I've been trying to, as I've been mentioning in my previous videos, I've been trying to like relearn how to learn how to have fun while drawing again, and I'm slowly getting there. I'm having a lot more fun again. Not a lot. I still have like a lot of like, oh, I hate how this came out. Oh, I despise everything kind of mentality. That happens a lot, but I am having more fun than I did before, which is good. I haven't worked much on my storyboards in a long while, or have drawn many of my own characters that much. I'm also trying to like get a bit more into like drawing fan art, because I don't do enough of that, and drawing fan art is fun, but for whatever reason, I always kind of like barred myself from doing it because I thought it was like, oh, it's cheating. You can't draw fan art. That's not being productive. You know, that's kind of how you grow, and it helps a lot with just mental health of just drawing characters you like and stuff. But yeah, I also really like how the broom came out in the inking. Not so much how I colored it, as you might see later. But yeah. I think this piece was overall a better ink drawing than it was a color drawing. I wish I scanned it in before I colored it. I was planning to do that, but I just kind of forgot. That happens. And before I do too many inking details, I usually erase just so I can see a little bit better. Especially when I do a lot of my inking details, like hatching and stuff, I use like really thin pens. Like I use the 00.5 and 00. Or 005, 003 to do a lot of the hatching. Yeah. Trying to think what to talk about. I got a new mic, which you might be able to tell. It's a Maono USB mic. It comes with like a boom arm and this weird kind of like holder thing, which I actually looked up why the wheeled holder things exist, because I always wonder why. And apparently it just helps, like if I like were to tap the desk, it doesn't transfer as many vibrations to it, thus reducing some of that noise, which is something that I had issues with my previous microphone since it just kind of sat on the desk. So that's cool. Now I know why that thing exists. As you might notice, I recorded the video vertically because I'm planning on making it like a 3-minute TikTok. Because for a reason, I was given like the 3-minute thing, which is like one of those beta features, and I'm like, I don't remember signing up for beta stuff, but I guess they're just giving it to like random people to see how it works. I don't like how I colored the hand. I should have left the tips of the fingers pretty light because of how like light wraps around them. Overall, I think I did an okay job of coloring the skin. I wasn't too big of a fan of how the dress came out. That's another thing I need to study a little bit more, is how to color clothes. I think I have a decent enough understanding how to draw them. I just need to draw, like, you know, just more characters, more variety of clothes, use a little bit more reference when it comes to certain things. And I think I got clothes down pretty close to where I'm happy with them in terms of like eventually wanting to like actually work on a manga. But coloring them is another issue. Like I always have trouble coloring them and shading them too. That's where a lot of my issues come in right now, because I think that's where my weakest part is. I was trying to go for like those really kind of like shiny felt kind of clothing. That's kind of what I had in mind, but it just kind of looks like discount leather or like a raincoat or something like that. I guess it kind of goes with the like rain boots. Yeah. Overall, I think this was like overall pretty fun challenge to do. Yeah, it was just some like I wasn't taking it super seriously, just serious enough where like I wanted to really like try and stuff. And hopefully like the people at Doki Doki Drawing liked my interpretation of the drawing a bit. Because again, I'm not really looking to win, just more like, hey, it's, you know, do people like it kind of thing. So when I was first coloring in the hat here, I thought it looked way too saturated compared to the rest of the drawing. But as you see, no, I didn't record it. I used a little bit of the color blender to like kind of like clean out a bit of one of the buttons that got a little bit of red on it by accident. But later, you'll see like the hat become a little bit more desaturated in some of the highlight parts and like a little bit more worn, because I just kind of took a color blender and just kind of like rubbed it a lot in certain areas to kind of give it a bit more of a textured look, and it came out really well in my opinion. The hair I'm kind of mixed on. Like I like the colors I chose for it, but again, like a bit of that structure in the back of the hair just kind of looks weird. Yeah. Here, I added in a little bit of red and blue to where the highlights and shadows would be to try to give it a little bit more color and stuff. I should have made the jacket red too. Not jacket, the little cape red too, like the hat. I think that would have fit in a little bit better. I was just trying to increase the contrast here a bit to make sure that the coat looked a little bit more dynamic and stuff. When I first finished this drawing last night, it took me about 2 days to draw, mostly because I was working those same days and I was really tired from work. When it comes to the drawing and stuff, it took me about 2 days, and when I was finished with it, I'll be honest, I wasn't really all that happy with it. But when I woke up this morning and kind of looked at it, I'm like, it's not so bad. Again, I especially like the hat. I was originally going to make the bristles of the broom just like gray tone, but I decided to make it more brown to make it a little bit more natural and fit a little bit more with the piece. So it just looked kind of weird with gray. Colored in the rope a little bit, that tied it all together. And here I'm just adding white highlights with a gel pen, and I also went in with a brush and acrylic white ink, which I always wanted to use because I'd just been having it around and I couldn't really use it. My problem with it is that I can't really get it down like really opaque and thick, so I stopped trying to do that after a little bit, after I got layered in some areas and started to use it more as a way to kind of like add a subtle highlight to stuff, use the thinness of it to my advantage. I think if I'm gonna do opaque white, I think I might pull a Mark Crilley and use like white wash that I have. I think that'll be the better play for larger white areas, or maybe use like a white color pencil. You know, different ways to highlight stuff. But I really liked how it turned out on the hat. It blended pretty well and with the texture I was trying to go for. And that's almost it for the video. So yeah. If you enjoyed the art, I have links in the description for Twitter and Instagram where I posted them, and also a link to the video and the contest tweet that this was a part of. Yeah, and overall, I hope you enjoyed the drawing. Hope you didn't mind my rambling, and hope y'all have a good day. Cool.